Welcome to Yoga for Arthritis. I'm Julia, your yoga instructor living with rheumatoid arthritis, and I'm the creator of the Ara Yogi YouTube channel. I've partnered with the Arthritis Society for this standing yoga class. What you'll need for this practice is a yoga mat, a sturdy chair, a folded blanket, 2 yoga blocks if you have them at home, and try to bring a water bottle to stay hydrated during your practice. And we'll begin at the top of our yoga mat. You can come to the top of your yoga mat with your feet shoulder width apart, your arms relaxed by your sides, palms facing forward. Lengthen the spine, gentle bend in the knees. I'll be standing in the front of the mat just so I can guide you, but you can stay where you are. And we'll close our eyes for a short body scan. Relax the body and come to your natural breath. Notice as the air flows in and out through the nostrils. Bring your attention to your toes as we scan all the way up from the toes to the crown of the head. Notice the toes, your feet and ankles. Notice any sensations without any judgment, just being present. Notice the legs, the lower legs and upper legs. Notice the hips, the glutes. Notice the lower back, middle back and upper back. Notice the whole spine. Notice your abdomen. Feel the breath moving through the belly. Let go of any tension. We'll continue to scan up to the chest. Notice the chest, the collarbone. Notice the shoulders, the arms, hands, the fingers. Notice any sensations in the hands. We'll move up to the neck, the jaw, and all of the muscles of the face, all the way up to the crown of the head. Breathe in. And on your exhale, let go of your body scan. You can come back to your natural breath. And notice how you feel, practicing a little check-in at the beginning and at the very end of your practice. To notice how you feel, to bring mindfulness to your practice and your day. Notice if there's any subtle shifts from the beginning to the end of your yoga class. Now let that go. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And we'll warm up the neck. You can slowly send your chin to your chest. Inhale back to center. You can send your chin up towards the sky and come back to center. We'll take a few rounds like this, moving and breathing. And then we'll tilt our head from side to side mindfully. Breathing in on the way up, lengthening the whole spine, and exhaling as we tilt the head. Good. We'll turn our head to one side, staying in a pain-free range of motion. Inhaling back to center and to the opposite side. Move and breathe. Next, we'll move our attention to our wrists. You can make some gentle circles, maybe 3 circles to one side and 3 circles to the other. Take your time. Next, we'll send our palms facing forward for a gentle fist. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale. Exhale, gentle fist. We'll do a few more rounds just to warm up the fingers and the hands. This helps with stiffness, lubricates the joints. Next, we'll release the arms by our sides and we'll bring our arms into a T shape. So reach your arms up to shoulder height. Bend the knees a little bit. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, we're gently going to turn our bodies without turning our lower body for a gentle twist. If it doesn't feel good for the arms, you can take your cactus arms or relax your arms by your sides. Come back to center. Lift the arms if you take this option. Lift from the feet, the whole spine. And exhale to take a twist to the other side. Listen to your body. We'll do this one more time on each side, moving and breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And come back to center. We'll take standing side bends. You don't need a chair, but I like to use one just for support. I forgot where my chair was. Okay. Placing the chair on your yoga mat. Bend into your knees, lengthen the spine, inhale your arm overhead, and exhale to use the support of your chair, bending your opposite elbow slowly for a side bend, keeping your head in line with your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, side bend. Inhale to come back to center. And I'm just going to show you the other side without the chair. So you can send your hands to your hips if you'd like. Relax your arms by your sides. Inhale the opposite arm up and exhale over for a side bend. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. We'll do this one more time on each side, moving and breathing. You should feel a nice stretch in the side body. Release the arms back down. We'll take sun salutations without our hands. So this is a nice option if you're living with arthritis in your hands, your wrists. You don't need your chair. I'm just going to move it over. You can come to the top of your mat. Find mountain pose, palms facing forward. Your head is parallel to the earth. Breathe in. And exhale, hands to heart. Soften the knees. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale to fold mindfully over the legs. Bend your knees as much as you'd like. Release your head. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins, gazing down in front of your yoga mat. And then exhale to fold. It doesn't matter if your hands are on the body or on your yoga mat. Just relax your head and bend your knees as much as you'd like. We're releasing the spine and stretching the back of the legs. Press through the feet with a long spine to come all the way back up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do this again. I'm going to face you for this cycle. We'll practice just with our breath cues so you can follow along. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in, reach the arms up, and exhale to fold over the legs. Bend your knees, release the head. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins lightly. Lift your gaze in front of you. And exhale to fold. Keep bending the knees as much as you'd like. This should feel good. Press into your feet, lift all the way up. And exhale, palms in front of the heart. Come back to mountain. Take a few breaths here. You can close your eyes if that feels good. It's a good way to pause and connect to our breath. Next, we'll practice a warrior series. We'll be using a chair for support. Take your chair and place it to the top of your yoga mat. Make sure that you have at least 2 feet on your yoga mat. I'm going to remove the blocks for now, but we might use them, so let's keep them close by. Coming to the top of your yoga mat, bring your hands to the top of your seat. Inhale and exhale. We're going to step our left foot back behind us, our legs on 2 separate tracks. Bend into your front knee, and you can change how much space you have between your legs so you can set your heel down towards the floor. The closer that your legs are together, the easier it will be to send your heel down to the floor. But if it doesn't touch the floor, that's perfectly fine. So just listen to your body. Bend into that front knee. Warrior 1. You have the option to keep your hands on your chair, or slowly you can lift one arm up. Notice your balance. Engage belly to spine. You could lift 2 arms up. For warrior 1, we're going to hold it for a few mindful breaths, building strength, endurance, and balance. Staying with the variation that feels good to you. Bring your hands back to your chair. We're going to open up the back foot a little bit wider so it's perpendicular to your front foot. Bend into your front knee. Your knees in line with your middle toe. Lift your back arm to shoulder height or a little bit lower for warrior 2. We're going to gaze over the chair. Option to keep your hand down or lift the arm. Breathe in, lift the torso. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Connect to your inner warriors. Hold it for a few mindful breaths. You can release your hand back down. If it's not comfortable for your neck, you can just keep your head in line with your spine. Release your arm. We're going to pivot our back foot, bending our knee forward in line with the chair. And we're going to step forward to our chair, coming back into a mountain as we prepare for warrior 3. There's a few options for warrior 3. It is a balance posture, so you can simply bring your weight to your right leg and just keep your foot lightly on the ground, keeping the hips level. You also have the option to lift your leg up. Another option you have is to place your hands to your seat, making sure it's steady. and lift the leg up behind you. Toes are pointing down, shoulders are relaxed for warrior three. We're gonna hold the pose, keep your standing leg slightly bent. Inhale, open the chest, exhale, keep pressing through your back heel. When you're ready to come down, you can slowly release the foot back down to your yoga mat and walk your hands back up to mountain. Pause here in mountain for a few breaths. Continue to breathe. I'm just going to change sides so you can see me a little bit better, but you don't have to move if you don't want to. This way, when I open up, I'll be able to see all of you better and you'll be able to see me. So mountain pose, breathe in, breathe out. Take as much time as you need, and you can join in when you're ready. Take your time to step your right foot back, left foot forward, bend into that front knee. You have the option to send your heel down to the floor or keep the toes up. Breathe in, breathe out in warrior one. Option to lift the arm up or both arms up if you're feeling steady. Lift the torso with every breath. Soften your shoulders. We're building strength, balance, and flexibility. When you're ready, bring both hands back down to the top of your chair, and we're going to open up our back foot perpendicular to our front, bend into your front knee, and slowly we'll lift our back arm up in line with our shoulder, a little lower. You can keep your hand on your chair and gaze over to the opposite side this time. Warrior two. If you feel steady, you can lift your arm, gaze over your fingertips. Inhale, pull belly to spine, and exhale, soften the shoulders. When you feel ready to come out of your pose, take your time, place your hand down. You can send your head back to center. Relax your hand. We're going to pivot our back foot, taking our hands to our chair, and step forward back into mountain. Next, we'll take warrior three. So we have a few options. Take the option that's best for you. We can just lift our foot slightly off the floor, bend into your standing leg. You can just touch your toes if you'd like to the floor for balance. Keep your knee in line with your middle toe. You also have the option to send your hands down to your chair, the seat of your chair, and lift your leg up. Toes are pointing down, warrior three. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, press through that back foot. We're strengthening the back of our leg, our glutes. When you're ready to come out of the pose, slowly lower down, soften those legs, walk up the chair, coming back into mountain for a few breaths. You should feel like you're working, but you're not overworking yourself. We want to build energy with our practice, not lose energy. Breathe in through the nostrils and exhale through the nostrils in your mountain pose. Next, we're going to come into yogic squat. You can take this with the help of your chair, or seated on your chair. For today, it's a standing class, so I'll do the standing variation. Bring your legs wide. You can keep the balance of your chair. Turn the toes out and only go down as far as it's comfortable for you and your joints, making sure that your knees stay in line with those middle toes. Lift the chest. You can keep your hand on your chair. Pull belly to spine. Send your hands to heart. Explore the pose. If you want to go lower, you can. Stay in the heels and send your forearms to the insides of your thighs. See how it feels on your body. Lift your heart. When you're ready to come up, press into your legs. You can hold on to your chair and come back to center. We're going to take a counter pose, which is wide-legged forward fold. We can use a chair if you'd like in front of us or blocks. I'll show you both options. Always keep your chair on your mat. I like that we have a little blanket here. If you don't have one, that's fine. But if you want to add one, you can for comfort. Let's make space in between the legs. Ground into the outer edges of the feet. Breathe in. Lengthen the spine and exhale to fold forward from the hips, walking all the way down to our forearms if that's available to us. We can stay like this with our hands or come down to our forearms and relax the head completely. Relax the shoulders. Wide-legged forward fold. We're stretching the outside of the legs, releasing the back. We can even take this posture with a block underneath our hands, if that's better. You can walk your hands all the way down to the floor instead of using the chair. When you're ready to come out of the pose, take your time to just lift your gaze, press into your hands, and then slowly step the feet back together, walking up the chair. Lift with a nice long spine, back to standing. Now we'll move into final relaxation. You have the option to sit on your chair. I'm going to come down to the yoga mat by using my chair, placing my support on the floor, and send my hands to my chair and step down onto my cover, walking to all fours, leaning to one side, down to the yoga mat. And I'll move into final relaxation, placing this cover under my head for support. We'll move our props away to relax completely. If you're sitting on your chair, relax your lower back completely in the chair. Bend your knees if you'd like, keeping your feet flat on the floor, or open up the legs, relax the feet. Palms facing up towards the sky. Final relaxation. You can close your eyes, soften the body. Take a few deep breaths in and out through the nostrils. Final relaxation, also known as Shavasana, is a very important part of yoga. It is a time to consciously relax and to absorb all of the wonderful benefits of your practice. So I'll leave you here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Make sure to check in and notice how you feel at the end of your practice. Thank you for joining me for this standing yoga practice. From my heart to yours, namaste.